They deliver their pitches, but several questions remain unanswered. Did Abhinav seem too hopeful?
If you make that organized, then you can save a little time there.
And did Valerie miss the question entirely?
No, I didn't see the connect.
I just disagree.
Are Shreyas's ideas workable?
So let's call the contestants in, please. Welcome, welcome, and welcome to the three of you. Some closing statements. Maybe we'll start with one of you to discuss the other's presentation. If you felt there were any loopholes, you felt there were some problems, they could have done better, you think the presentation was absolutely fantastic, would you like to comment on your friends? Valerie, you'd like to go?
Sure. Yeah. I think it's pretty clear that my presentation was not as good as the others today, and these guys did a great.
And that's your opinion?
Yeah, I think that's probably the general opinion of the room.
No, we're asking you your opinion.
My opinion as well. My opinion as well.
As well?
Yeah.
But do you think why your presentation was not good?
I think, hearing your feedback after I presented, I sat down and thought about it, and I think that you're right about, needing to focus very, very clearly on those customers, on the customer segment that you were asking about, which is those low consumption customers. So really focusing on that and thinking through my presentation and thinking about, okay, those points were maybe less relevant, these points were more relevant, and the next time around I might present it focused on those things more crisply.
What about your friends?
Both did a great job. It's hard to say which necessarily was better. I was very impressed with how Abhinav was able to, the sort of well-oiled machine of the Domino's kitchen is something that's been so refined over time. To go in for a couple hours and be able to extract some ideas out of that is quite impressive.
Shreyas, what do you think, how Shreyas did?
Shreyas also did a great job, and I think some of the ideas were innovative, some were even things that I had included in my presentation. Mm-hmm. So in some ways, of course, there's going to be natural overlap, when we're coming up with different strategies.
The same
but, yeah.
Shreyas.
I think Abhinav did a great job, especially given that he had very limited time and he had already a very well-established operational network.
You had the same amount of time.
I think I'm quite happy with my presentation. I think I came out with some very good ideas. Gentlemen clearly pointed out that some of it was feasible, some of it was not. With Valerie, I think the timing of the presentation went completely haywire. I think she was not able to communicate or get to the core points of her presentation.
What was wrong in one line with her presentation?
It did not answer the question.
Abhinav?
Starting with Shreyas, his ideas are very good, but the only thing I thought was slightly off was the tier 2 cities focus.
He said a lot of things about giving free sampling and free. I don't know how well that will work. If it works, it will do great.
Do you agree with him, sir?
Yeah, nothing, anything given free constantly doesn't work, customer must attach a value. I think you have to find innovative ways to give things away.
What about Valerie?
Valerie, again, the focus maybe was a little more on technology and acquiring customers, as well as the dine-in customers. Treat them as home delivery customers as well, because they are your customers too. So she included everything into that in terms of not treating the home delivery customer as a separate segment, but involving the dine-in customers as your existing customers. So since our topic was broader, I would say from her point of view that yes, she can, because she had to increase existing customers' ordering patterns. So she can get those on. However, from the judges' point of view also, I can see the point that they were looking for increasing just the home delivery ones.
Honestly, we were just looking at the task given to you.
Yeah.
To approach a task, what they were looking for to enhance their business is a completely different story. There was a task, and was the task met?
It was a single statement that was given as far as when the topic, and that involved increasing the reorders.
It's a very simple statement.
And it can be looked at from both ways. If you treat an existing customer as well, the one who eats in your restaurant, and convert him to, then it works.
So you feel she did a fair job?
Yes.
She did a better job than you?
Maybe her time management, no. I don't think she did a better job than me.
So you feel that you should go through to the next round.
Yes.
Valerie?
If you look at all the performances, then yes. If you look at just today's task, then maybe not.
You in agreement with young Abhinav here?
I am in agreement.
Gentlemen, would you like to any advice? Maybe one of them, three of them.
I think all of them came out with good ideas. I don't think there was enough time to look at the practicality, but you should rate your own ideas on practicality terms. So I think you must say that this is my money and I'm going to spend it. Should I spend it or not? Do I get enough return on that? And the second part is you must always have a good attitude. Key thing when you hire people is you look at their attitude. You can get much more work done without getting into attitudinal issues. When you hire people, the first thing is their attitude to work. Because knowledge can be acquired. You may be from IIT, you may be from anywhere else, but if you don't have a good attitude, it doesn't work. Valerie, when we criticized you a little bit, you got offended, I thought. No need to, I think it's good. You should take criticism with open arms and deal with it. This is the feedback. You are running a very good business, I know, and it is going to do well.
I think it's good for me to hear because I pride myself on being a person who loves feedback. I welcome it. Tell me everything that's wrong with me and let me improve on that. And I think this is a case where, sorry. I think I'm just very passionate about it when I'm protecting something that I'm passionate about. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
No, that only shows that you are passionate.
Passionate. We got to decide now about the Fair Play Award. The Chroma Fair Play Award has to be given to the person who's done a great job today, but also for someone who has been fair in the earlier rounds too. And these gentlemen don't know about it, I know about it. The Chroma Fair Play Award, according to us for this episode and according to me from the earlier episodes, goes to Valerie. And the reason being that there are two things, Valerie, there are two things, and I'll tell you why I think we've come to this decision. The way you've acknowledged your presentation, the failings of your presentation, is to me fair play. But I go back to an episode that we did some time ago at the M3M here in Delhi itself, where you were asked to spy on your teammates, and you were on the verge of being eliminated from this program, and you took a stand. It says, even if you ask me to do it, and even if it is for the right reason, I am incapable of doing it. So throw me out if you like, but I'm not going to spy. Valerie, you win the Chroma Fair Play Award, and I applaud you. Samsung laptop from Chroma. Use it well, use it with pride.
All right. Fair Play Award is a very nice gesture, kind of the Good Sportsman Award, which feels great. Sorry.
Now comes the moment of truth. We get into the finals. We need two of you for the finals. I'm on my way. Give it a big hand, honestly speaking. Give it a big hand. I can say this with great pride, that Valerie, in my opinion, was the front runner. If I know you, Valerie, if I know you, and I think I know you over these past few weeks, these tears are going to vanish very, very soon. Because
I'm just a crier.
You're just a crier. They're going to vanish very, very soon because you are a survivor. So we say goodbye with a real heavy heart. Sham Sahab, Hari Sahab, It was really, really wonderful interacting with you. Thank you very much for being part of the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. We also have learned very much from all three of you, and I think we three of you wish a very good luck to all your plans. Thank you.
You know, especially for Valerie, entrepreneurs, when they fail, they do much better.
Absolutely.
I've failed
They do
way
much
more
better.
times than I've ever succeeded. So,
So it's always good to fail. I always feel, in our lives also we have made so many mistakes.
Sure.
And I think that's the learning point.
couldn't agree more.
So all three of you, thank you very much. Thank you. Enjoy it.
Valerie, you have no idea how disappointed I am, honestly speaking. Are you really disappointed? I mean, I can tell. You're very disappointed.
Yeah, I think in terms of what happened today, it's whatever I was doing wasn't working, but I kept doing it. That was the problem. I knew it wasn't working, but I kept trying and maybe it'll work.
You didn't
this time.
improvise.
And I didn't course correct.
Was it the planning? Was it the stance? Was it the presentation itself? Did you get overconfident at any point? Tell me.
I think in terms of planning and the ideas, I still think the ideas are great, and I plan to be in touch with Domino's to try to implement some of them, actually. In some ways, just not focusing in on what exactly was called for. I was just trying to put in too many ideas and too much information.
No, but the ideas were also not focusing on what you were asked to do. You were focusing too much on the presence of zip dial in this whole scheme of things.
Yeah, I think the way you put it right there is actually really good feedback, and the important thing to remember, which is, walk people through the right kind of conversation and address the right things at the right time. And I was so excited about the opportunity that, wow, zip dial actually applies here. It's a great chance to talk about it.
What's next for you from here?
Well, next is continuing to build the business with my team. I think, you asked me about being disappointed, and I think it's mostly because I just really wanted to do it for my team. It's not so much about myself, being on television is great, but at the same time, it's, my co-founders, Sanjay and Amya and the rest of the team are, who are really making ZipDial what it is. I just really wanted to do it for them. Thanks.
Thank you.
One thing I definitely want to say is thank you to my family, and especially my fiance Trip, who is moving back to India so that I can continue to help build ZipDial and pursue my dreams here. So big thank you. Also, I'm sorry to the team, because especially Sanjay and Amya, my co-founders, I was really, really hoping to win, and I'm sorry that didn't work out, but now I've learned something, so next time will be better.
Which brings us to the end of another great episode of The Pitch. With this, we'll see you next week for the finals. Which one of these two gentlemen will get funding of up to 5 crore rupees for their project? We'll say goodbye to Valerie, and I say goodbye to you. This is a wonderful show, and I've been so very proud to be part of it. We brought you India's finest young entrepreneurs, India's greatest business icons, and of course, me. Bye-bye.
Next week on The Pitch, we travel to the City of Joy to meet ITC's YC Deveshwar.
To meet and get your final task from Mr. YC Deveshwar himself.
5 crores on nothing for the entrepreneurs after 11 weeks on The Pitch.
What else can we do with the each of all model to further empower the farmers?
What's the next step after we built an economy?
Why not take this to other developing countries also wherein such problems exist?
Will your high-end customers like this?
Did you have a really, really bad moment, a weak moment on this show? I'm going to ask Mr. Deveshwar to go over there and shake one hand.
Find out who will be the ultimate winner of the first season of The Pitch.